Hello everybody, this is Ryan Butcher with North of the Blue. We're going to be taking a look at the market. It's Monday, November 28th, 2011. We're starting out with IYY. And what we're looking at is just mid-morning, just before 9 o'clock, and I'm looking at North of the Blue charts. Click on bars, we can see that the market has just gapped up, and it had a little slight stutter and then is continuing up on its highs right now. What I want everybody to notice is that the trend is coming up right on this blue moving average right here. And we can go down, we see these power lines. The black is just under 50. The blue is coming up significantly out of the 15. So we're going to have to see another blue day down here. But look at this volume. We already have 304% of this blue day, $1.82. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of the other key indexes. We're going to look at the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones today right now has closed above the blue moving average. So this is why I wanted to bring this to everybody's notice, because we have a very nice support rebound rule being created right here. Meaning that when the trend line comes down and bounces off a green support line, sometimes that is an indication to enter the market, especially in a case like this, because we bounced off that support line and we're about to break through that blue moving average. So we're going to see these power lines. If we get another buy day in the volume, blue day tomorrow, then it would be a north of the blue entry rule. We got black over blue and power lines, so everything is looking okay thus far. And let's go on to S&P 500, Spider. As you can see, the same thing. Didn't quite bounce off the support line, but it has moved past. Still has a little bit to go to the blue moving average. But we see these power lines. This blue is coming out. So we want to see this blue pass through that 15 line. This black is flat, and we want to see that curve up tomorrow. And then let's go to the NASDAQ, QQQ. And as we can see, we bounced off this support line down here. And we're going to have a bunch of resistance coming up in the future, but it still looks good. Power lines are looking good right now. Volume at 45%. It's just because the day hasn't progressed as much. And so let's take a look at the other side of the market. We're going to look at the U.S. market compared to the dollar UUP. Now, following Ryan's rules added on North of the Blue is always look at the blue power line and the black power line. We have the trend facing down. We have the blue that represents high amounts of volume. The black represents price. Now, the volume has been up in the 85%. Price has slowly been going up. Now we have this down day. We have the trend moving down, and possibly we can see this. The price is moving up to the 85 line. If it breaks through, it's a support line. If it doesn't, it's a resistance line. So again, tomorrow is going to be the key to this. If this does not break through and we start to see this curve down even more so, then expect the dollar to drop and the stock market to continue to move up. So that is the key we're looking for. And the other things we're going to be looking at is, here's our treasuries. As you can see, the blue and the black have already started dropping. The trend has started dropping down to the blue moving average. So this is another case of money moving out of the treasuries and bonds and moving into the stock market itself. And again, we'll look at AGG, and the power lines are actually together moving down just below that blue moving average. We do have massive support lines down here. So we're going to see how far these do move down. But that is why we're looking at these all together, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ versus the dollar, the treasuries, and the bonds. Because that's the trend going on right here. We're just watching money being moved around. And real quickly, we're going to take a look at the Eruo, and this is betting against the euro. So right now, the euro has gained, the dollar has dropped. And we're playing a lot of this. We are playing off the news, what happens in Europe right now. So right now, the euro is up against the dollar. So we're seeing this money being moved. And now let's go over to metals. We're going to be looking at IAU. It is gold, iShares Trust, and gold has moved up today, and it has just peaked above that blue moving average. And right here, this is the key indicator for me. The power lines finally have switched. Blue, or black, is over the blue. The trend just went above the blue moving average, and tomorrow would be the test to see if it moves above these support lines right here. And now let's take a look at silver. Pretty much the same thing, except the power lines are further down. The blue moving average, you can see this very large decline, so silver has corrected itself over the past few months. And we're going to wait for that trend to move up just a little bit more. But those power lines finally crossed over, so silver is finally looking like it may have a play here in the next week. And then copper. Copper, you see the trend moving up. The power lines have just crossed. You see volume at 56 and then plus $1.52 today. So copper did make a nice move up, and that's just looking at the metals altogether. So that is it for Monday, November 28th, 2011. We see the markets making a move, a lot of money coming into the stock market, moving out of Treasuries and Bonds, and while the dollar is going down as the euro goes up. So we're going to watch the rest of the market today, see what happens, and then see what happens tomorrow to finally make a decision what to move in on. And that is all. Thank you for listening in. This is, have any questions or comments, please email me at ryan@northoftheblue.com or support@northoftheblue.com or rjbrennecke@northoftheblue.com. Thanks and have a great day.